Hey everybody, how you doing today? And welcome to Five Wolves Comics. My name is Juan, and today I'm doing a web page review, a content review of AR Comics. And later on in the video, I'll kind of show you like how he started, like his first video, which is hilarious, to his current video. I don't have any connections with anyone. I don't know him. When I review these, it's just my own opinion and what I believe. So I know none of these people. I have no ties to anything. So I'm going to give you my honest opinion. And one of them, like in the beginning, he's like, this is a really good comic and I'm pretty excited about it. And I'm like, are you really excited? You don't seem excited. I don't know. But let's see the quality. Well, you'll see later. He really has good quality. The lighting is great. I mean, I think he got a good camera, and the sound quality is great. It's really, a pretty class act, and I think he's got like 6,000 viewers or something, maybe more. He's pretty popular, and he does a really good job at what he does. I think he started around September. The first video is 2019, I believe. September, October-ish. And he definitely improved from when he started to where he is now. Now he seems like more excited. You seem interested in it. The first one, I don't know even how he got viewers, because I was like, oh my, does he even like comics? I don't know. He didn't seem like it. So yeah, his content. So he'll do like videos every Sunday about what's coming out, what's going to be out in the next Wednesday. So he does it still a nice time in advance. He will go over independent publishers first, and then he goes over larger publishers like Image and stuff right after that. Then he'll go over DC, which he's starting to become more of a DC fan, which is cool. I do like DC. I feel like they've got pretty good writers. Sometimes even better than Marvel. However, Marvel movies are way better than DC movies, in my opinion. DC still doesn't understand how to take content out of the comic books. I mean, even in some of the ones that are good, they're creating stuff on the fly, or the writer of the movie maybe doesn't even know that much about the comic books, so they're not taking stuff straight out of there. They're coming up with their own things and their own stories, which is not good. Like the Marvel movies, you'll see like there'll be a rug somewhere and they'll be like, that rug was on page 42 of Daredevil, issue 12. I mean, it gets so in depth from every little thing in there, like it relates to something. So it's got layers. You can see it as someone who's just a regular person who's not into comics at all and enjoy the movie. And then also as a nerd, you can dive deep into it and see where each character came from. And, I just find that fascinating. He also will have reviews of what he bought, and he'll talk about like the 10 issues and what he liked and what he didn't like. And I really agree with a lot of the ones he liked. He's even given me some tips of good comics that he enjoys and that I usually like. Like Eve, I believe, is one. What else? I can't think offhand right away, but there's been some other ones that he's really liked and ones that I've agreed with. Some of the X titles, how they're kind of getting a little stale. So I really feel like I agree with what he says. Now, budget is different. He has a good budget, but he doesn't throw it in your face. You'll see some people out there and be like, here's my X-Men 181, and it's a 9.8, and I have this other one. This is the Avengers #1 or whatnot. And he doesn't do that. He does get omnibuses, and he does get a good amount of comics. As you can see in the background of his videos, he does have some nice quality comics, but he doesn't throw it in your face. He just talks about them regularly, and I appreciate that. I appreciate knowing that people on a budget can watch this and not feel overwhelmed or not feel intimidated by what he spends and the amount of money that he has. So I do like that. And that's one reason why I like his channel. He's just kind of a down-to-earth guy. And also, another aspect is I work with people who have mental health issues, and that's a passion for me. Women tend to talk about suicide a lot more, whereas men, even in the 80s, we would hold everything in. I can remember playing hockey, and they're like, come on, Nancy. Just really being insulting And at the time, you just see that as normal, but we always stuffed everything in, which is why men's suicide are like 2 to 3 times higher than the average. So not to get too depressing, but mental health is very important, and he recognizes that. He also will donate things to charity, or he'll have events where you can buy comics from him and they'll get donated. So I mean, that's after my heart, and I respect that a lot, that he's going to go in and do just more than just evaluate comics. He has a heart behind it, and I appreciate that. And for my last category, yeah, I would definitely hang out with the guy. He seems cool. I mean, he seems quite a bit younger than I do, which is cool because we need to get the youth of today going into comics. So I appreciate that, but also he just seems like a cool guy. So I will show you right now where he started, like his first video, to where he is now, and the quality that he shows, and the time in between. So you could see, even for yourself, how people get started. So I just want to say goodbye now, and you can watch the video, and a big high five to you, and take care of yourself. That's really important, and take care of other people. Have a good day.
Spider-Man number 12. You know, I know the run itself is a little old, and I'm sure most people have read it already, but recently picked up volume 1 and 2, and this is basically just to complete the set. So nothing too special there, but I'm excited to read it all. Next book of the week. Welcome back to another new Comic Book Day previews video. I'm your host, AR Comics, and in today's video I'm going to be going over all the new releases for New Comic Book Day, October 27th, 2021. In today's video I'm going to be going over all the new releases, variant covers, and any sort of important info to help you guys decide which issues you're going to be picking up this week. But before I get started off on these new books, if you are new to the channel, I drop weekly comic book content that's going to keep you up to date on all of the latest releases. So if you don't want to miss out on that, make sure you hit the subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. And now, without further ado, let's get started on all the new comics this week.